Hi Sages, welcome to your mid-November 2017 readings. My goodness, we're almost in 2018, eh? Our birthdays are coming up, Sages, and Saturn's leaving our sign. I don't know the exact date. I'd like to know that. It'd be pretty cool if there's a Sag out there that it leaves on their birthday. That'd be pretty cool. So, I'm gonna find out for the next reading. And I believe every Sag should go out there and party on that day. Oh man, you're gonna be so relieved when it leaves their side. However, I have multiple signs in my chart. I've had Saturn in my chart since Taurus. Yeah, I do have a Jupiter. My Jupiter sits in Capricorn, so it is going into Saturn is moving into Capricorn. I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna think that it's gonna work out for me, because it is going. Saturn going into its own sign. It is about you reap what you sow, and I've been a good person. All right, Saturn's like Santa Claus. It's Capricorn. Christmas is in Capricorn season, so Saturn is like Santa Claus. He's making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty or nice. And I've been nice, damn it. I have been nice. There's been some people not so nice, but that's all right. I removed those people from my life. You know what I mean? This has been really rough, this Saturn transit for all of us. So I'm just waiting for a card to fall out. So hang in there, you guys. Your monthlies look like you're going to be quite successful. I've tried to get these done at the same time because some people prefer this and then some people prefer the other ones. And I like to compromise. Sometimes. I can be stubborn. I can be stubborn. But that makes you resilient. So, in Sagittarius, we can be stubborn sometimes. Not all the time, sometimes. There's usually good reason for it, though. Alright, I'm just waiting for a card to fall out. There we go. One flipped. Oh, it's a nice one. I feel like there's going to be some action happening. Don't mind the camera, you guys. It just keeps getting worse and worse. I'll figure it out eventually. It's not top on my priority list. It will be soon, because my Virgo rising's getting super annoyed with it. So we have the Ace of Thought. If you get an intuitive hit, follow that. I like this card. So it says, Ace of Thought. The cherub has arrived to congratulate you for your brilliant new idea, which is truly inspired. It's important to communicate clearly and thoroughly with others who are involved in the implementation of your idea. Don't be discouraged by little challenges along the way. These are merely course corrections to your perfect your plan. Oh my goodness, you guys. It's my Virgo rising. I get very nervous when I'm reading out loud. Not to myself, just in public. When I was younger, I would stutter. I don't stutter anymore. I do sometimes when I get very nervous and it's public speaking. So this is understanding, Sages, everything that's happened. I went over this in your monthlies too. Okay, you're going to be victorious. I feel like somebody wants to be a rapper. I picked up Lady Leisure. Is that her name in the monthly? And I'm seeing that again when I looked at that card. I'm seeing like somebody has the potential to be a rapper or something like that. Okay, well, you know what? Lady Leisure did it. I love her music. I really do. If you're having a bad day and you're a woman, listen to her. She'll pick you up. She is a Sag. Well, if most famous people, I've been going over this in a lot of readings too. Most famous people, they started from nothing. Okay, if you're at the back of the line, which means you're one of those people that didn't grow up with privileges. All right, I myself didn't grow up with privileges. Doesn't mean, as Sages, we're like freaking unicorns. We can make things happen. All right. The more people tell you you can't, the more you will, especially for a Sag, because that plants the seed of curiosity in her mind. You know, when somebody says no, we say yes. When somebody says you can't do that, we're all like, watch me now. That's the attitude you got to take on here. Whatever it is you want to do, you want to be a rapper, start writing it down. So you can, like Lady Leisure started with her, just making her videos in like an alleyway and stuff like that. Okay, well, anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Anything is possible. You just have to have the willpower and the determination. You want your own business. You want to be a motivational speaker. You need to start practicing. You need to start going to conventions and networking and talking to people on LinkedIn. You know what I mean? It's not just going to happen. You're going to get beat like a piñata when you try to improve yourself, but that's okay. That's like those are lessons. That's building strength. That's building courage. Okay? Okay, it's like if you want to be bodybuilders, okay, they don't just gain that muscle, all right? That just doesn't happen, all right? They have to go through blood, sweat, and tears. They strain themselves. They build the muscle. They have to lift 50 pounds, and then they have to lift 75 pounds, and then they have to lift. It's a graduation thing. They, step by step. So you start with something, you're not going to be great at it. A month down the road, you'll get a little better. A month down the road, you'll get a little better than that. 3 months down the road, you'll be better than that. There's time here, all right? Saturn's leaving our sign. You have nothing but opportunity coming your way. You just have to be decisive about what you want. You have, like, there's orange wings here, which is like, it's like fire, baby. Go at it. Whatever you want. It's your time. Go at it. Saturn's getting ready to leave. Okay, so start implementing structure-wise planning. If you're not ready to go out and do it, well, you still have Saturn in your sign, which is a good thing for the last little bit here to structure what you want, to visualize the structure of what you want, visualize what you want to be. You know what I mean? When it leaves your sign, then you're just gonna be like that arrow, gone. Like, whatever you want to do, you have the capability of doing it. This is also talking about career change for some of you guys. You want a new career, okay? It's time that you start taking the action on doing that, whether that's going to school, okay? Things don't just happen. You do need information, all right? You do need to better yourself, okay? Growth, again, doesn't just happen. Growth happens through hardship, okay? When things are easy, nothing changes. Nothing changes, all right? Change happens through growth, and you need hardship in order to grow. Hardship becomes your armor. Hardship is an obstacle that you're overcoming. It's a fear that you're overcoming. And then when you overcome it, you realize, like, wasn't even a big deal. I did it. I'm still alive, still have 2 arms, still have 2 hands. You know what I mean? I have more knowledge. I know more of what I want and what I don't want. I know more of what I want to do and what I don't want to do. And I know more about what I will tolerate and what I won't tolerate. You know what I mean? I don't know why Lady Leisure, though. She's coming to mind. You do have to imagine things, though. Okay? So this means, like, if you've lost friends and things like that, those friends weren't meant to be on your path. Okay? And why you lost them is because you changed. So pat yourself on the back. You changed. Okay? Change is hard. That's part of hardship. And if not everybody wants to change, okay? And if they don't want to change, well, then they get stuck, okay? And it's like they try to chain you. It's like they try to lasso you. I don't know why I'm seeing a cowboy. They try to lasso you and then pull you back to where they are. But you're not where they are, okay? You're moving forward. If they want to stay back there, okay, well, don't be rude, okay? You just don't be a Sag. Smile and nod. Don't tolerate it. When they want to change, try to help them. If they don't, well then, that's their problem, not yours. You got places to go, people to see, and things to do. Okay? The cards are saying that. And that includes you need new experiences to do that. You need to go out there, to conventions, networking. If you want a business and you have an idea for a business, when you go to conventions, you'll see other ideas there that might spark or be the missing piece that you need. You know, like it also means going, if you're a comedian, you want to be a comedian. Okay, well then you need to start doing some stand-up. Or if you want to be an actor, doing improv. Uh, you got to get out there, taking acting classes. Okay, we have cards that fell. We have the King of Wands. We have Temperance. Ooh, that's nice, you guys. Very much in your energy here. I do see the King of Wands is more of a Leo energy. That's what's coming through. Like a Leo energy for some reason. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Look at her. She's super serious, right? This woman, I picture her like Xena. She's pretty badass. You see, Sages are like Hercules and Xena, and we can be swords characters. It's a no nonsense because we're blind, right? We do take on that sword energy, and you have the High Priestess here. She's a no nonsense woman, like, and she's got her wings. Okay, so this means like after Saturn leaves, it's like okay for those of you that have done right or correct, okay, which means you've probably lost a lot. Okay, you've been dealing with a lot of arrogant, arrogant, egotistic people, a lot of takers. Uh, you know, you've earned your wings though through all of your struggles. Okay, this also means that you're going to have great power afterwards, so ensure that you use your power appropriately, okay? Because this woman wields the sword of truth. And Sages, we are about truth. When we speak, it can be cutting, all right? Some of you guys don't have the right image of yourself in the mirror, okay? It's not like I had dysmorphia, the word dysmorphia, but it's not like, hopefully nobody has that issue. It's not like that though. It's like when you look at yourself, you're not patting yourself on the back for how smart and strong you are. You know what I mean? For what you've gone through. Okay? Like you should be proud of that. For some of you guys, you're like embarrassed about your past. Like I'm not sure why. Or you wish things would have been different. Okay? But you should be very proud of everything that happened in the past for some reason. That's what I'm getting with the card. Like you should never be embarrassed by things that have happened if that means like you struggled when you were younger, like say like you didn't, like personally for me, my mom, I'm first generation, uh, so this first generations have a very different life than most people do. So there were times where we didn't have everything, where the lights got cut off and we were using the stove for heat, like people think that, like I'm not embarrassed by any of that. Like I'm very resourceful. I'm a very resourceful woman due to my struggles. Okay. And people that have businesses and stuff like that, okay, or successful are the people that had experiences like that when they were younger. Okay. Because they're resilient. They're the warriors. All right. Warriors are built through pain. They're built through hurt. All right. That's what builds a warrior because they get up and they try again. And Sages, we're like those annoying clown punching bags. You punch it, it comes right back up and it's smiling. It's hard, right? There's no, I've used this before. Like, I feel like Sages are like trolls. This whole Saturn experience has been like the Bergens coming at us, trying to suck the happiness out of us. Okay? There's no more Bergens. All right? There's no more Bergens. Okay? There's no need to like go hiding in your cave or locking yourself away because you're like, the Bergens are coming. They're not coming anymore. They can't harm you. All right? You're going to cut through them. You have a sword saying that you don't need to cut through them, but like, you need to have the perfect amount of passion and emotion in whatever you're doing. Okay? I feel like somebody's a comedian or is quite funny and could be a comedian. But if you want to be a musician or something like that, that doesn't just happen, all right? There's a lot of hardships. People struggle for years before they hit their big break. But they get their big break because they never gave up. They were resilient and they kept going. Okay, so if you're a person who has had a hard life, well, then, okay, don't look at that as a negative, look at that as a positive because that's the reason you're going to succeed. Okay, it's you're not going to give up, you're resilient. Okay, like nobody can stop you except you, right? As long as you have the willpower, then it's also like you need to think it and dream it before you create it. Some of you guys, okay, you could even make jam and you can sell that at, okay, like Aunt Jemima. I don't know why that came to mind. All right. She started that in her kitchen, man. And now look, it's all in the stores. Maybe you make really good jam. Love jam. Strawberry jam. Not a fan of other jams. But maybe that's what you're good at. Maybe you make a really good salsa or something like that, and you can start jarring it and going to flea markets, um, printing off little cards. Some of you might be really good bakers. I know a lot of Sagittarius that are bakers. I bake. I used to be a baker for years. Not cakes. I did enjoy making them, but I didn't get into the artistry. I later tried to go to school for it, but it was just too expensive. I went to trade school instead. And I changed my career, which is common for Sages. They do like different things. Uh, for me, baking, I more so enjoy breads. I love breads for some reason. I don't know why. It could be a Portuguese thing. I don't know. We like buns and treats. I like making like pastries. I do it as a hobby though. Some of you could be a mechanic and you can start it out of your own garage. I feel like you could even refurbish furniture. There's something here that you guys want to start, and you need to start taking action on it. The King of Wands is like, I did pick up a Leo energy. So this means like you're going to have a lot of courage and strength. Okay? It's like, okay, Alexander the Great. He was like 26 years old when he won against the Persians. All right? And the Persians had like, what, like 10,000 immortal soldiers just in the front? Like they had like 250,000 soldiers. Okay? And Alexander the Great, he had like 10,000. He won. He won against them. How did he win? Because the way he thought. All right. You do need some sort of, if you want a business, then you need to. Um, there's sources here that you can get that can help you. In sacrificing too, you do need to sacrifice. Okay, because as a Leo energy, Leo's like King Arthur. I see Leo as King Arthur because they're ruled by the heart, which means that he was the only one that could pull out that sword. And that's interesting. You have that sword here too. Uh, and he could pull it out because he had a pure heart. But he had to be trained before he got that. You know what I mean? Like he didn't just get that ability. He got it when he realized that, okay, and he had to fight a lot of battles. And he fought those battles for people, not for himself, for people. You know what I mean? He worked for the people. So maybe you might be like, I don't know, maybe you want to start some sort of charity or something like that. Okay, what is going to hurt you guys? Okay, we have these Six of Cups here. It is, again, like I'm saying, the past is the past. You need to realize that all of that is lessons for you. All right? They give you strength, they give you courage. Turn that negative into a positive. Again, statistically speaking, the people that have had less in life are the most successful in life. All right? And most people don't get success when they're young because you can't handle it when you're young. You'll usually self sabotage. The ego will get too full or overspending, so it's later in life that you have the capability to do things appropriately. There's a lady who opened restaurants in the States, and she opened them when she was like 50 something. and they now have multiple locations. Uh, it is a family-owned business. She's now like in her 70s, late 70s, and she still goes to she still cooks and everything in all of the restaurants. Uh, but it doesn't matter how old, how young you are, you have the opportunity here to do whatever it is you want. All right? Age is nothing more than a number. Um, and with age comes wisdom. So, either for somebody, you might be a really good cook. I'm getting hungry now thinking about food. Portuguese, I love food. Love food. You can take action on it. Don't allow the past to prohibit you. All right? If you start thinking about the past, then that's going to block you. All right? You need to look at the past as a strength of yours, uh, as your tools that built the armor. You are now a warrior. Saturn's leaving our sign. So go out there and start your battles, okay? Because if you want to be successful, that is nothing more than a battle you're going to go through. It's going to be like war. You're going to have people coming at you. You're going to have people trying to backstab you. You're going to have people that are going to try to stop you. And you're going to have people, if you have a company, all right, you will have people in your company that will operate from lower animal instinct and want to benefit themselves, all right, which means protect themselves, keep their job. So they'll do underhanded tactics, you know what I mean? Point the finger at other people. So this means you have to have a clear mind, all right? You got to be very logical the way you approach things, and you want to ensure you're going to direct sources for information. Take things with a grain of salt that you hear, all right? Because not everything is as it seems, right? So it's almost like learning the difference between what you hear and what you see. You got to match both of them up. If what you hear, okay, it's like, we'll get into that another day. I don't want to start doing turn this into like Lie to Me. You ever seen that show? I love that show. Uh, you can go get funding too, right? Like you can start your company or your rapping career or singing career in your garage. Like a lot of companies start in the garage. You gotta alchemize here. You gotta meditate on what it is you really want, and then you gotta visualize it, and you gotta see it, and then you gotta like go to the sources to make it happen. All right. Because if you want to be a singer, you want to know about copywriting. Okay, the government does have courses that you can go in for education. They will help you or give you all the information to start a business up. Uh, the government also, I'm not sure how it works in America, but in Canada, if you're starting a business, they do, and you're working, okay, for the first year, there's some sort of thing where they let you uh, keep all the money that you make. You pay less taxes on it or something like that. I'm not sure how it works. My dad was telling me about it. I wasn't really listening. I was off. I was off daydreaming. I should have probably listened. I'm gonna have to ask him about that. He's Capricorn, so some like with Capricorn, sometimes they like take your bubble and they like pop it one at a time. Just boop, boop, boop. It's just like they pop it, and then you just sit there and you're like, "Whoa, now, now I have anxiety." I had this fabulous idea. I was all in the clouds, and now you just made it like too real. Okay, you got to understand. You may need to hear that. Damn it. You got to be practical. You got to be logical. Uh, don't let it discourage you, though. Okay, keep pushing forward. Keep moving forward. You'll see. You'll see what's meant to be. Okay, but again, things aren't just gonna happen. You got to create it. Okay, if you don't have the opportunity, then you create the opportunity. All right, you guys. Hopefully that helped you out, and I will talk to you next month. Namaste and ciao for now.